What if I told you the single biggest reason you aren't building wealth has absolutely nothing to do with how much you earn? It's not about that next big promotion or a massive salary hike. Nope. It's about a fundamental misunderstanding of how money actually works. So stick with me for the next few minutes, and we're going to break down 5 simple, powerful money rules that can literally change your financial future and your family's. These are the principles that separate the wealthy from everyone else who just works for a paycheck. Let's dive in. First things first, a quick question for you. That salary that hits your bank account every month, do you think that's really the number that's going to make you wealthy? I mean, society tells us to chase a bigger paycheck, right? To climb that corporate ladder because a higher income is the ultimate goal. But think about it. You probably know people who earn a ton of money, but always seem to be broke. The truth is, your salary is just one piece of the puzzle, and honestly, it's not even the most important one. Let's challenge that old idea together. So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start by exposing the biggest lie about wealth that keeps so many people stuck. Then we'll get into the 5 powerful rules that are going to completely shift your mindset. We'll start with thinking in net worth, then build the foundation of wealth with rules 2 and 3. After that, we'll learn how to put your money to work with rules 4 and 5. And finally, we'll lay out the very first step you can take, like today, to get on the right path. All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. The biggest lie we're sold about getting rich is that the goal is to just keep increasing our monthly income. We think, okay, I'm making 50,000. I just need to get to 1 lakh. And then from 1 lakh, I got to get to 2. We see our income as this ladder, and we spend our whole lives trying to climb it. But this way of thinking, it's a trap. It's a financial treadmill that keeps you running and running, but you never actually get anywhere. This quote right here, it hits the nail on the head. Your income pays the bills. It keeps the lights on, puts food on the table, covers your EMIs. It is the fuel for your daily life. And yeah, it's absolutely essential. But it's not what makes you rich. It's a tool for survival and comfort, not a tool for building wealth. True, lasting wealth is measured by something completely different, your net worth. So this is our first and most important rule. It's the central mindset shift you have to make. From this day forward, I want you to start thinking in terms of your net worth, not your monthly pay. This is the real scoreboard. Instead of asking, how much did I earn this month? The question that really matters is, by how much did my net worth grow this year? Just that one change in perspective is the real starting point for building wealth. So what in the world is net worth? It's actually a beautifully simple calculation. You just take the total value of everything you own that has financial value, we call these your assets, and you subtract the total of everything you owe to other people. Those are your liabilities. The number you're left with, that's your net worth. It's your true financial snapshot. And your single most important goal should be to make this number bigger every single year, no exceptions. Let's break that down even more. Assets are things you own that grow in value or actually generate income for you. You know, things like property, stocks, mutual funds, gold. These are things that work for you, even while you sleep. Liabilities, on the other hand, are things that are constantly taking money out of your pocket. This includes things like personal loans, maybe for that shiny new iPhone 17 Pro Max, car payments, and credit card debt. They're a constant drain on your finances. Now, what's really fascinating here is you can see the 2 completely different paths your money can take. Every financial decision you make leads you down one of these roads. When you buy an asset, its value tends to grow, which directly pumps up your net worth. But when you buy a liability, like a fancy new gadget, its value drops the second you own it, and your net worth shrinks. The richest people on the planet, like Elon Musk or Mukesh Ambani, they aren't rich because of a monthly salary. Their wealth is tied up in their assets, their shares in Tesla and Reliance. That's the real game. Okay, so rule 1 is clear. Grow your net worth by buying assets. But that brings up the obvious question. Where does the money to buy these assets even come from? It's not magic, right? Well, that's where our next 2 rules come in. They are the absolute foundation for everything else. It's all about creating the extra cash you need, starting with how you handle your spending and your debt. Here's a trap that pretty much everyone falls into. As our income goes up, our lifestyle just sort of quietly expands to match it. We get a raise, and suddenly we're buying a more expensive phone, branded clothes, going out to fancier restaurants. It's called lifestyle inflation, or lifestyle creep. The key to building wealth is to consciously fight this urge. The goal is to make the gap between what you earn and what you spend bigger and bigger, keeping your expenses stable even as your income grows. I mean, this slide just makes it crystal clear. Look at the column on the left. Your salary goes up by a solid $30,000, but your expenses also jump by $30,000. You're earning more, but you're not getting any wealthier. Your net worth growth is painfully slow. Now look at the right. Your salary goes up, but you make the decision to keep your expenses the same. All of a sudden, you have a massive 30,000 rupees surplus every single month that you can use to buy assets and supercharge your net worth growth. This is where financial freedom begins. Rule number 3 is all about debt. In today's world, getting a loan for just about anything is incredibly easy, and we're constantly being pushed to buy now and pay later. But we have to be extremely smart about it, because not all debt is created equal. The wealthy use debt strategically, while so many others fall into the trap of taking on what we can only call bad loans. Knowing the difference is critical. So it really all boils down to this. A smart loan helps you buy an asset that will probably increase in value over time, like a loan for a house or a piece of land. In this case, the debt is actually helping you build your net worth. A bad loan, though, is taken to buy something that loses value the second you own it, like a car or a new phone. Taking a loan for something that's depreciating is one of the fastest ways to destroy your net worth. You're paying interest on something that is actively becoming worthless. Think about that. So you've started thinking in net worth. You're controlling your spending, you're avoiding bad debt. You now have the surplus of money saved up each month. So what's next? The game isn't over. Actually, it's just getting started. The next 2 rules are all about taking that hard-earned money and putting it to work so it can start generating even more money for you. This is the really exciting part. This brings us to rule number 4, and this quote captures it perfectly. You must never, ever let your money just sit idle. A lot of people think that money sitting in a bank account is safe, but it's not. It's actively losing its value day after day to this invisible force that silently eats away at your wealth, and that force is called inflation. Still not convinced? Okay, let's just use the simple McDonald's burger test. Think about how much a basic burger cost 5 years ago versus what it costs today. The burger itself hasn't changed. It's the same bun, same patty. But the price has gone up. That's not because the burger is more valuable. It's because every single one of your rupees is now less valuable. Its purchasing power has gone down. That is inflation in action, and it's happening to every rupee you own. This chart shows you exactly why this is such a huge problem. Your typical savings account might give you, 3% interest a year? But if average inflation is running at 6%, you are effectively losing 3% of your money's value every single year guaranteed. You are getting poorer without spending a thing. Now, please remember, this is for educational purposes only, it's not financial advice. But the principle is key. You have to find ways to make your money grow at a rate that is higher than inflation just to keep your head above water. And now for our final rule, which is probably the most powerful habit you can build for creating consistent, long-term wealth. Pay yourself first. Most of us have our financial priorities completely backward. We get our salary, and then we immediately start paying everyone else. We pay the landlord, the phone company, the credit card bills, the grocery store. We pay everyone else first. And what's left for us, for our own future? Usually, not a whole lot. This is what that old way looks like. The salary comes in, and it's immediately carved up by all our obligations and expenses. Saving is treated like an afterthought. It's whatever is left over at the end of the month, if there's anything left at all. We are paying our future selves last with the leftovers. As you can see, it's a recipe for slow or even zero net worth growth. The new way flips this entire process on its head. The moment your salary arrives, before you pay a single bill, you move a set portion, let's say at least 10%, into a separate investment account. This is you paying yourself first. This amount is non-negotiable. It's not for spending, it's for buying assets. You are making your future self your most important bill. The famous book, The Richest Man in Babylon, is built on this one simple, powerful idea. All of your other expenses have to be managed from the 90% that's left. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground, right? We've shifted from the trap of chasing a higher salary to the real power of building your net worth. But listen, knowledge without action is just entertainment. The real power comes from turning these ideas into habits, from turning what you've learned into what you do, starting today. So let's do a quick recap of the 5 rules. Number 1, think in net worth. That's your new scoreboard. 2, live below your means. That's how you create the cash to invest. 3, know the difference between smart and bad loans. That's how you use debt as a tool, not a trap. 4, always put your money to work to beat inflation. And 5, pay yourself first, automatically. This is your new framework for building real wealth. So my question for you is this. Which one of these rules really hit home for you? Which one represents the biggest mindset shift you need to make right now? Is it the idea of tracking your net worth? Or maybe it's that pay yourself first rule? Just commit to one starting today. Let me know in the comments below which rule you're choosing. Making that commitment is your first real step. By really internalizing these ideas, your journey to building wealth has already begun. You now know more about how money truly works than most people out there. If you found this valuable and you want more explainers like this to guide you on your path, make sure to like this, share it with someone who really needs to hear it, and of course, subscribe for more. We have